Hello, everyone. Welcome. Um, Today, we're going to be talking about TSLY, which is the synthetic covered call options income strategy from YieldMax ETFs. Before I get started, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything in this video is to be taken for entertainment purposes only. So, what is TSLY? TSLY, as I said before, is a synthetic covered call ETF that provides a yield on the options plays that they take. I don't know a whole lot currently about um, the underlying workings of this ETF. I do actually own a few other covered call ETFs, so I have a generalized idea of what a covered call option strategy is. Which is why I'm comfortable buying this and not reading too much into it yet. But what I want to focus on today is the income portion of this position. So I do actually own shares of TSLY. So it doesn't seem like I'm just talking about this and I don't actually own any of the shares. I do actually own shares of TSLY. So TSLY currently provides a 77.5% dividend distribution rate, which is just eye popping. I could not even believe this when I saw it. It's pretty insane. If you compare that to a lot of other covered call ETFs out there, or even monthly dividend paying stocks, it's pretty phenomenal. It's really very attention grabbing. So as you can see from their website, they basically tell you what they do up here. It's options for your income. A lot of people trade options and they make money on it without owning anything like this. They just get directly into the options market, pick their underlying asset, and then make an option strategy and trade it, and either make or lose money on it depending on what happens. So they have a few products here. They have OARC, TSLY, Aptly, NVIDIA, and soon to be AMZ, which I'm assuming is for Amazon. So we're going to pop over to the actual distribution rates and on the monthly time frame. As you can see, this TSLY dividend has been paying out for the last 7 months. It's been pretty consistent. The range falls somewhere between basically 80 cents and around 90 cents to $1 per share on a monthly basis. The ex-dividend date is around the start of the month, and the payment date is around the middle of the month. So a lot of people are probably wondering, what do I think about this position, and do I think it's worth it to own? In terms of the income, I definitely would say it's worth owning in terms of the price appreciation and potential capital gains to be made on this position. I'm actually going to save that for another video because I don't want to make this too long. But as you can see, the most recent payout is $1.06 per share. And if I scroll up here, you can see that the most recent price was $16.52 a share. After the Tesla earnings recently and the Tesla earnings call, Tesla dropped about 10 to 12% in a single day or a couple of days, something like that. And Tesla also dropped from about $18.20 a share to $16.50 a share. So I did actually pick up a lot of shares on the way down. I was waiting to see if the share price was going to drop, because maybe call it a hunch, but I had a feeling that after the Tesla earnings release and earnings call, that Tesla was going to end up dropping in price, because there was a rumor going around that Elon Musk was considering making price cuts on their Tesla cars to kind of hedge against the possibility of the headwinds of, the Fed hiking rates and basically all of the bearishness that's going on right now. And the market didn't like that too much, and it decided to drop as a result. And that was kind of my thesis, that if the market doesn't like it, it's going to drop, and I can go ahead and take profit before their earnings call, and then buy back in after the earnings call, kind of a buy the rumor, sell the news strategy. And it did work out nicely. Now, in terms of the numbers for monthly income, I just want to kind of be a little hypothetical here. So let's say, for instance, you or I'll just use myself as an example. I own 10 shares of TSLY. It cost me $16.50 a share. So that's about $165. So what am I going to get with this for $165? Well, with 10 shares at $1.06 per share, that would give me $10.60 a month of extra income, which is phenomenal. I mean, how many jobs out there are going to offer a basically 77% raise on what you're already earning on your pay? Probably not that many. Now, if I go and compare something or compare TSLA to something like, let's say, QYLD, I'll use that as an example because that's a pretty popular one. And QYLD is also a covered call ETF strategy. As you can see here, Global X NASDAQ 100 covered call ETF, ticker QYLD, is it's a little bit more than TSLA. Reason being is because, as I said, Tesla just dropped 10%. So TSLA tracks the price action of the underlying position, which is Tesla. So it also dropped. So let's take the same exact scenario, and this time we'll do the QYLD positions. So 10 shares times 1802 a share would cost $180, or an extra $15 to own the same amount of shares. Do I think QYLD is a good position to own? Yes, I do actually own some QYLD. I'm of the opinion, again, not financial advice, that not putting all of my eggs into one basket is a great idea. Diversity is key, especially in the current economic times that we're in. But if I were to get paid from 10 shares of QYLD currently, I'd be looking at $1.76 a month, which is still great. I mean, that's still really good. That's an 11.7% yield. But when I compare the two, my purchasing power goes a lot further with TSLA than it does with QYLD. So this is the reason why I'm taking a look at TSLA today. And when I think about inflation, headline inflation is currently at 3%. Core inflation is at 4.8%. I want my purchasing power to go as far beyond the current inflation rate as possible, especially if there's a future resurgence of inflation, which some financial institutions think there might be. I'm not so convinced, but you never know. It's basically, for me, it's a hedge against the possibility of reoccurring inflation, and also, it outpaces inflation in general, which is obviously always a good idea. So, anyways, I hope you guys like this. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions or opinions down below. And I'll see you all later. Peace.